And hello, we are live. This is episode 12 of the Super Bros podcast, starring
What's
myself,
going on, everybody?
starring Candido, and me, Jose. This is our first attempt at using, I don't even know what this is called, whatever, Google Hangout on air, soon to be YouTube Live. We're trying this because basically blab.im, is that what it was called?
Yes.
Blab.im is no longer there. I think Candido found out. It was an experiment. It was always in a beta, and now it's gone. They stopped their experiment.
Did you know anything about Blab? Were you aware of what they were like prior to us using them?
I'm almost afraid to ask now. I'm afraid that they were a nefarious company that was
No, it's not bad.
Dealings. Oh, okay.
They had just made this program during a hackathon. So like they said, like a 30-hour hackathon. They developed this program that went from 0 users to like 5.9 million users, like fairly quickly. And the reason that they're moving on is they're going to use some of the information they took from that beta testing, and they're going to make a new application. And I think it's still going to be somewhat similar, but they were afraid that the content wasn't sufficient, like it wasn't significant. It was just a lot of people were there hanging out. Not a lot of users would return. So I think they're just attempting something different now with the information acquired during the test.
You mean not a lot of people with the Super Bros podcast level of caliber of content?
Exactly.
That's
exactly what I meant.
Okay.
So can we get this thing on Facebook?
Yeah. Do you want to give a quick introduction to yourself, to what we're doing here, and then I'll try and pod this up onto Facebook.
Okay. All right. So my name is Candido Crespo. I am a teacher, an artist, and longtime friend now of Jose, and one of the members of the Super Bros podcast.
We're a man short today. We're usually a 3-man team. Today, our cohort Miguel Melendez is not with us because it sounds really morbid. He's no longer with us. He's no longer with us because he's attending a Jill Stein introduction. Which is a good thing. That's a great thing.
It's a good thing. He'll be back with us, and I'm sure he's going to have some great information to share with us as he enlightens enlightens us and our users to the Green Party and their take on this presidential campaign season.
Absolutely. Good. So we're flying by the seat of our pants here for episode 12. We've only been doing this for 12 episodes, 1 episode a week for 12 weeks. So we've only been doing this 3 months. But
we took off 1 week.
Did we? I think we did.
1 week.
Well, I mean, what's a week? What's a week? But this is good. This is continuity. And the main reason we do this, or one of the main reasons, is that we like hanging out with each other and talking to each other. We're fraternity brothers. So that is our common thread, our common bond. But also young Latino. We all have our master's degrees, right? So higher educated people who care about social justice and art. And what else do we care about?
And pop culture in general, just things that are happening that we want to discuss, and we want to not even just discuss among the three of us, but we like the participation of our audience, just to give us different perspectives and give us more to talk about, see different angles.
I'm posting and saying, tune in live, testing out a new platform, smiley face. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
You're in control of the Facebook post. So as soon as I put this, you can share it on your wall. I'll do the same. Publish. Let's see how that works.
I'm assuming that it's going to you're doing it in the Super Bros page, right?
Oh, boo. Okay, so I posted it but I'm not the Super Bros.
Oh, I see. Yes, you just posted it you posted it as a Super Bros.
Mm-hmm. Right. Man, this is so boring talking the technicalities.
Sorry,
we're doing it right on the air. Great.
Yeah.
But you can't see it, right?
It's not there, no. But somebody can click that.
Someone can click that and get to it.
I think so.
Because usually you do the embed link, right? The embed link is what makes it. Yeah, that's what I did. I'm gonna
go ahead and click it.
I'm gonna send it to you. Here, I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm going to click it off of Facebook.
Click the link.
Those of you who are listening to us right now, we hope you're testing it along with us. Seeing as what we're trying to do is actually make the live experience a lot more accessible than it was previously. When we were using the Blab beta, application, it became a little complicated because people needed to log on with either their Facebook or Twitter accounts. And sometimes people would get blocked out or wouldn't receive the access that we would have liked them to. And part of the experience of this podcast is to actually do a live podcast. We want that audience engagement. We want to have more people to discuss, not just the three of us.
Are those cicadas in the background that I hear, or is that feedback?
Sounds like it, right? I have a nice tree right outside my window.
Oh,
so
wow. Cicada season. That's great. No, you said we would ideally like live. And we're trying this out and can't possibly do worse because with Blab, we would get maybe 2 viewers an episode.
So, I'm sorry. I think that the people who are going to click that link are actually going to be taken to the video, but on a delay. So I don't believe there's going to be too much participation in that regard.
I see. Delay. Yeah. Delay's not terrible though. Delay. I mean, it's a really bad delay.
I don't know. I'm thinking if people wanted to engage with us, it's very possible that we could move on by the time they write a comment on the Facebook message or something.
Right. Should I try to post it onto my Facebook? On my own wall?
Well, actually,
it's funny. It's you with your eyes closed. That's good. I'll try and get a screen cap of you not with your eyes closed to be more flattering.
You can switch that right now.
What?
You can switch.
No, I guess not.
I don't think you can. So let's see. You gave me that link, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, I'm gonna try to add it as a publishing tool. Let's see.
This is great, guys. So picture this: when Miguel comes and joins us again, you will now have 3 different floating heads to deal with, cutting in and out of each other. The cool thing about Blab was that we were in this sort of Brady Bunch style block grouping. You know, you saw all of us at once. You could see our facial expressions and reactions. But now it switches back and forth. I'm sure you all know how Google Hangouts works. This is what we're left with right now. And so when the action's low, I'm like, Dito, where are you? Say something.
I'm so sorry about that. So it looks like we're making some slow progress. There's still going to be. This isn't it. We haven't achieved what we needed to just yet. But it looks like maybe we're onto something, and it might actually give us that opportunity that we need. Yeah, this could be good. This could be good.
It could be. Doing with @boomerang, @boomerang. Have you noticed that on Facebook sometimes the links don't automatically, like let's say a link to your name, it gives me a hard time?
Yeah, I noticed that happens.
Weird. Doesn't want me to connect.
It doesn't want us to actually share.
No, it doesn't want us to experience. I mean, come on. This is all we have now. You've gotten us used to dealing with just engaging with each other on a digital level, and then you take that away. I think it's a orange, not boomerang. That's whack.
Are there settings in this in a Google Hangout?
Yeah. Well, settings how? Like,
are there things that can be manipulated? Like, can we add that screen key here?
Control. There's a control room.
I think that's just
I can control our volumes. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, man. There's a lot of things.
Okay.
There's a Q&A. There's a showcase. There's a screen share.
Yeah. See that Q&A thing? Like, that's what I want.
That would be cool.
It says this feature is disabled right now.
I think I might not have enabled it.
Oh, when you start
right.
it.
Yeah, we did a great job doing our research before. But
yeah,
you know what? Whatever.
Today's a rough day, but we're humans, and so now our viewers will know that we indeed have flaws, and we're not the supermen that we have been for 11 episodes.
We're the super pros. Super pros. All right. I'm gonna post a funny picture of you.
Sure.
I need an emoji. I need the cry face emoji. There it is.
While we continue to explore, how has your week been going, Jose?
How has my week been going? Like every other week, it has been going and gone. It's fast. It's almost Friday, and we always wonder where the week has been. At least twice, I've forgotten what day it was. I wish it was because of a reason, but no, it happens. We all forget what day it is sometimes. But it's been good.
I certainly thought to myself today, like, oh, it's Thursday. We have a show.
Oops.
I had one of those moments. Yeah.
Right. Right. What are we going to talk about?
What's and here we are. We're talking about choosing a new platform. That's what we're talking about.
We are, because Blab is not with us right now. But
Yeah.
this will do.
We got-
One thing I want to talk about, if it's okay with you. Usually we do prep. We do like a half-hour show prep before this. We talk about what topics we're gonna do. But this week we said no. This week we're just whatever. One thing I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about was you saw the image of that young child who was picked up from the wreckage or the rubble.
Okay,
in,
so
in
I saw the
Aleppo.
image. I saw
Yes.
the image.
Okay. Yes, the image. Rather than go into the atrocities that happened, he was basically picked up. You see, I don't even have all the info in front of me because the story just happened. So rather than doing a recap of what the news is about, which
Right.
anyone can find, and it's very sad that any child, because this is happening all the time, right? These children are being children, adults, women, everyone is getting blown up by bombs in conflict, right?
Right.
Last I heard, they're not sure where, like who caused the bombing, but the fact is that this is happening a lot. And you saw the image, right? It's a cute young boy with touslable hair, and you see his face completely covered with soot,
Yes.
bleeding. It's a powerful image. So I guess I wanted to talk about the power of symbols or the power of imagery like that.
Well, the image itself can certainly set, or at least allow for conversation. So it could be a conversation piece, but building a story off of an image like that could be quite interesting because it's easy to get caught up with how cute the kid is because it's a young child, right? But the scenario and thinking of that how he's being robbed of that adorable innocence is actually it's terrifying. It changes what you would think of that innocent child.
It does, and it's a tool. I don't even want to talk this way, because it sucks that happened to that child, right?
Right.
But the media is very much using his image as a tool, and I'm not even saying in a bad way. It's something, it could be a good way, a tool of awareness, because that's what the news should be, right? Alerting us to what's going on in the world. And I think he is quickly becoming the face of the conflict, of the forgotten, of the Syrian refugee. Well, he's not even a refugee, but the Syrian crisis that's going on right now. So he's quickly becoming the center of that. And I guess my worry is that that's going to become exploited somehow.
It's possible.
Right? Because right now all of our hearts are going out to what's going on, and we're becoming aware. But I'm worried at how it's going to be used by people who have influence in what's going on.
But like we saw Syrian refugee children washed up ashore.
Right. And that's in the same line of what it's the same kind of image, right? It deals with children. We take the most innocent and most defenseless, and then that is the image that stays with us because, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, not to grown men, but to young defenseless children. Right. So it's in line with that.
Yes. So I think if somebody does decide to use that as a tool, right? Let's say it becomes a political tool. I think the likelihood of people paying attention is greater when they see it's a child than if it was a soldier. I mean, it's just not. It's just not the same.
No, it's not. It's good. So it could be a really good thing, right? Bringing awareness to this conflict. So I guess the thing is, what are the next steps? And we'll have to wait and see. Like, how shocking is this? Will it actually affect any change in the world, in policy, in how we think about these conflicts, especially in an age of drones, right? Where we're not even connected to the fight or the battle.
Right. It's very possible that it's very possible that the image can it'll be, a sensation for a while. People will acknowledge it. And then at some point, maybe that child will be taken care of. Maybe something significant might happen in that particular child's life, but the Syrian conflict will continue.
Right. I think one thing that I'm thinking of is sort of the massacre that happened here. with the children in the school that got shot up here.
Yes.
So again, at Sandy Hook, the same thing, a mass tragedy. But has that directly led to, was it enough, right? Like it was the same thing. It was a big symbol of children. Oh my God, what a catastrophe to our youngest, to our most vulnerable. But still, there's been strong oppositions to gun reform and gun, all those things that are involved with it.
So no real resolution came for that. I mean, I don't think the families are at peace. The only thing that did come out of it was like this major fundraising campaign where they just got so much money over in Sandy Hook they didn't even know what to do with it. But that didn't bring the children back to life, though.
So you think the same thing might happen now? Like we're going to see an influx of kind of funds or resources to that area of the world, probably.
I'm going to be a little. I'm going to throw this. I got to throw this piece aside there, but they're not little white kids.
No, but
I don't think the response is going to be the same.
But funny enough, this little boy was a little white kid. He wasn't. He's not. But I'm saying he appears. His appearance is very relatable to Americans, regardless of his race or anything. His appearance could easily. Oh my God, that's my little white young boy. I can relate to that.
It's possible, that people will be stirred up more than if that was a little brown or black boy. Yeah. Actually, they are going to be more stirred up.
Right.
Like it does hit home. It will hit home for a lot more people.
And that's human nature, man. I mean, you can't even. That's just relating to people who are like you, I suppose. They're like, oh my God, the relatability to the factor. I don't even think you can call it racist. Or maybe it's subconsciously racist, but I don't think it's you going with it with bad intentions.
I don't think the caring part. I don't think if they care about the scenario, that part isn't an act of racism or can be associated with that. It's if it was a brown or black boy and then it gets ignored, that is a different scenario.
Right. Absolutely. I don't know. And the moment was so, they're showing how he was emotionless and he wasn't, he was dirty up. He was shell shocked basically by what happened. He wasn't just a crying boy. So you could see like the immensity of what had just happened to him.
Right.
That's all I got on that, man, for right now. But it's a huge story that's going on. I guess we'll just keep watching and see what happens. But obviously,
all right. How about this? Let's change up. I guess what we're talking about. You finished Stranger Things.
I did. I finished Stranger Things, not Strange Things, as I said in episode 11, but Stranger Things, which was only 8 episodes.
Real quick, actually, before you continue, I was talking to another one of our fraternity brothers, Sergio, and he had asked me about what I was doing. And I was like, "Oh, I'm catching up with some Stranger Things," right? And he was like, "Oh, like what? Stranger Things, like what?" I was like, "No, man, this show on Netflix."
That's funny. I'm catching up on some Stranger Things. I don't know if he was worried about you or intrigued, being like, that Candido guy is already kind of strange. So if he's getting into Stranger Things.
Look, with my line brothers, it would be intrigued.
They're like, oh, really?
Yeah. What? Do tell.
Can I get in on some Stranger Things?
Do tell. All right. So what did you think of the show?
It was excellent. It was a great show. I'm happy that there's going to be a season 2, which no.
I mean, the possibility. They've said yes, that they have interest in making a season 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
I hear possibility, and I'm like, by that measure, there should already be a Tron 3 then, I think.
Well, the success of this first season, it would be ridiculous for them monetarily to not capitalize on the opportunity.
It was a great show, though. I mean, I don't know how specific you want me to get into it. I really enjoyed it. The ending was... I like the Easter egg at the end when with the waffles.
Yep.
Not giving too much away. That was good. It leaves a lot of things open. That 80s feel, man. It's like they recreated an 80s movie. So let's take
it from the art perspective then. Let's look at it that way. So the clothing, some of the technology that they used inside there, the setting it felt right.
It was very authentic.
Right.
I think I think it was very well researched, right?
Yeah.
So they got all the little details right. So
yeah, I mean, even Dustin's t-shirts, like they just felt time appropriate. One of my favorite visual settings would be the Christmas lights that Winona Ryder set up against the wall.
yes,
That the message, that they use for communication. I thought that was pretty neat. And I saw somebody did a GIF of it with
the parody. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. You can explain it.
I'm no, I don't know that parody. I don't know.
Oh,
what
you don't know what it is?
No, but it looks like somebody was creating something where you can create your message through the lights. But I didn't see it.
I saw the GIF, GIF before I got to that episode, so I wasn't really sure what it was, but it still made me laugh because of the message. So basically, they were parodying A Christmas Story. Are you aware? Everyone watched A Christmas Story.
I did see it. What am I talking about? Go ahead, continue.
Right. Yeah, so they're pairing A Christmas Story, and you know how Little Orphan Annie, you get the decoder ring, and so then he's trying to like decode the message, a super secret message, and he's in the bathroom, and he's not letting his brother pee because he's on a mission for Little Orphan Annie, and then he starts deciphering it, and then it ends up being
drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah, please remember to drink more Ovaltine, and then he's disappointed and crushed because it's a commercial for Ovaltine. And that was hilarious. That's how the internet should be. So I was very pleased by that. And then to bring it all around, when I saw the episode, I was thrilled.
Okay, so I thought I didn't remember that's what it was, but I would love to see if there's a way to actually make more of those, like to create those own, our own light scenes of like that would be kind of funny. Like if we did a watch Super Bros, like that would be.
Oh
cool.
well, of course I mean, it's possible. You just take the still and then you in Photoshop you could do it. I think we should do that. I've seen a lot of podcasts or more nerdy tech geek kind of things use just the general fonts that were used in the opening.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right. So it's funny because it's taking a lot of elements of nostalgia, but now they're new elements which we can reuse now.
Yeah. Right. All right. Are you a Monster fan? Are you like do you have like a place in your heart for like Universal Monsters? Do you?
I just like popping in with a face.
Yeah, I see that.
The Universal monsters, like the concept of like monsters,
the werewolf, Frankenstein. Like, do you like how all that was done?
I'm gonna say no. I don't hate it. I'm just not a giant fan, right? Okay. I'm not like, oh, I love Frankenstein. It's monster. No.
Okay.
I will say no.
All right. What did you think?
If it's a good movie, I'll be very appreciative.
Okay, so you wouldn't go out of your way, to see more. Did the monster incite you in any way, like the Demogorgon in the show?
I like that his face. I liked his face, like that it opened up. It was different. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, that was nostalgic too, right? Because we think of it's like Alien, right? A lot of Alien, sort of just mouth.
Yeah,
that was the center focus. Anatomy wise, I'm not. It was just generic monster. He didn't strike me as particularly. You know what? He was kind of like a chupacabra, if you think, right? No. Hello? Are you gone? Are you there? Are you appalled by my chupacabra comment, or are you frozen? Are you stuck? Oh no, he's gone. So usually when someone drops the call and you're left by yourself, there's someone else here with you. Not this time. Now it's just me. And I don't even know how to get Candido back into the fray of things. Okay, here he comes. Perfect. Hello.
Sorry,
strange man. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that. So
we're talking monsters. I was generally, yeah.
So the reason I brought that up is I saw an interview not too long ago that Guillermo del Toro has a wing at a museum in California with some of his, and he considers like monsters to be like religious artifacts to him.
I could see that. Religious artifacts. So like monsters from a movie, like
he idolized the Universal monsters so much that they became such a significant part of his life.
Wow. Okay.
That he considers them like to be that important, like almost spiritual beings, like that important to him. And I thought that was kind of interesting. That's where I was trying to go with the conversation, but I clearly got caught up with my words and started stuttering there. I don't even know what happened.
I don't see that as out of the realm of not even possibility, but of like practicality. I mean, come on. I mean, these are beings that have stories and narratives to them and their own powers. They're all beings of conflict. A lot of them arguably aren't completely evil. They're mixed, whether they were created that way or they're just misunderstood beings. So they're chock full of things that you can put religious implication to. It's as good as any religion, really.
So since I just brought him up, are you a fan of his work?
Of Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Name some things he's been in. I know I've seen him, but I'm like, what's his number one? He was in The Werewolf, right? Wasn't he like the new werewolf? Did I make that up?
Not him. He's not an actor.
Oh, oops. I'm thinking of Benicio.
I know, and you thought about Benicio. I know where that was going. But at least you didn't say Antonio Banderas like in that Heineken commercial.
Oopsie.
So the writer, the producer, he does The Strain, he did Pan's Labyrinth. I think you should be a fan of Pan's Labyrinth. I don't know. I feel like you might be.
With Bowie?
No. That's an old labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth is about the Civil War in Spain.
I'm doing really bad at this. I did see Pan's Labyrinth though. I saw it years ago and I really enjoyed it.
With that monster with the covers the eyes, like the eyes are in the hands.
Yeah. Oops. I mean, listen, it was a while ago, but I was a fan at the time. I'm sorry. I don't know anything. As much of a pop culture fan as I am, I get everything wrong. So welcome to the Super Bros podcast.
It's okay. This is part of the reason why we have this cast, is to enlighten each other, right? We gain new information all the time when we're on this show.
New information and new confusion. That's cool.
I like his work. My wife and I were big fans, and every time he comes out with a movie, we get over to the theater so we can watch it. I think he has an interesting take on what monsters and horror is supposed to be like. I think he cares to make sure that horror still has an idea of romance and beautiful aspect to it, not just gore.
Oh yeah, you can't just have gore. I hate gore. Gore's terrible. Like it's just senseless gore.
We like what he does. So I'm a big fan of his stuff. So if I'm ever in California, I definitely want to stop in and see that wing of the museum.
On the subject of monsters, what's your least favorite monster that comes to your head that you
like just all time?
Yeah, where you're not impressed, or the special effects are really bad, or you're just like, why? Or disappointed, just generally disappointed by a monster in a movie.
Oh, it could be any time ever?
Yeah, anytime. The first thing that pops in your head.
By the Mummy, bro.
Like old school Mummy? Or
yeah, black and white film Mummy.
Like bandage, toilet paper roll around your everywhere Mummy?
Yeah. Should I explain why? Or are we just
No, I'd love to. Please. Go into your hate of Egyptian culture.
Yeah, right. Okay. Let's not. People will definitely take that one out of context. You know how people complain about Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees being able to catch up to their victims if they're walking so slow? Like, how could
generic physics that people have problems with of like zombies or monsters. Okay.
So that's my problem with the Mummy. Because it's unlike zombies, it's not like they travel in hordes. So you can't just get caught up or blocked in or, run into a barricade. Like, I don't know. That one never did for me.
So you're wondering how can this one mummy like affect me? Right. Why is this one mummy? All right. First, he's slow. He's bandaged. His bones are brittle because he's been dead forever.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, but what about The Mummy? The movie The Mummy. Were you a fan of that series?
Not the Scorpion King. It got a little crazy.
And that was, I think, CGI's fault. And I really honestly think the Scorpion King held The Rock back a few years. Like he's a mega superstar right now, but I think that was a bad start for him. It was really bad CGI.
Even Tooth Fairy was better than that.
Tooth Fairy was great.
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy was awesome.
The Rock, man, he's making some huge moves. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I mean, going from the people's elbow to voicing Disney films, I mean, what a career this guy has had, and it's not over. Wow.
No, I don't know. How old is The Rock now?
I'm gonna assume in his 40s, maybe early 40s. Is that
Say that again. I was playing the
maybe
Rock's theme song in my ear.
early 40s?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he's doing a lot. He works at. Have you seen his app? It's the
No.
Rock Clock. The
No,
Rock
what's
Clock.
that?
It. I'm paraphrasing what it is, but I think it's an app that shows you, like, it'll allow you to post the time.
Okay.
On like basically what time you wake up. I think that the general premise is that The Rock wakes up really early. So the Rock Clock helps you wake up at that time so that you can get your day moving to The Rock's standard.
He works out at like 4:30.
Right. So that's what The Rock Clock will help you do, is work out at 4:30.
The Rock Clock. You know, I'm looking into it.
I might get The Rock Clock and then hate myself for a week. Because I don't wake up I do essentially all the things that very successful people don't. You know how they're like, these are the 12 things that very successful people do in their lives. They do this,
And you
this,
don't
and
follow
that.
any of them.
No. I eat pretty well. I think that's good. I generally exercise, but in terms of these like habitual milestone things, I don't wake up early. If I wake up early, it's because I have to. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't. I don't have that sort of. I don't have the successful man's what the je ne sais quoi. I don't know.
Really?
No. I think I've gotten pretty good. I've done pretty good in my life, but I think the not waking up at the Rock's hour is going to hold me back a little bit.
Finch Flight. What's up, man?
Finch Flight.
21 piece. What is it? 2021? What did you post?
Well, today is 21. Today we mark 21.
21
I have it
pieces
ready.
of metal are cut in the shape of birds in motion, and you haven't told us, any of us, social media, your close friends, you haven't told us what it is.
I haven't told you what it is?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I might have at least offered. I did offer. I was like,
bro,
hey, do you want to know what it is? You're like, no, I want to be surprised like everyone else. I want to see it.
I don't think I said that. I think you got the wrong brother, man. No, I'm kidding. You might have said it, but
Maybe.
You might have said it. But I know I had asked you what it was, and you had told me you have to look at all of them so then I can see the actual wings in motion. I was like, oh, got it. But yeah, now what? Is it going to paper? Is it remaining metal? Are you making a chain link out of it, or is that something we can't reveal on the podcast just yet?
I'll say as much as I can. I really only have one hard set idea for it, like a concrete idea. So there will be a finality to it. Like once everything's done, then there will be a product that comes out of it. But like most of my other metal work, it's a tool, right? So it could do a lot of things. And just talking to people, I'll probably get a lot of feedback and information on what that is. Like the chain link, that could work. Like string them all together. There's going to be roughly about 130 of them.
Wow.
Stuff. Yeah. And the one of the reasons. Excuse me.
How big are they at the moment?
Like everything else. Like this. You could see them right where I'm bad at finger.
Oh yeah, there's one there. Okay.
All right. Let me hop over to the shelf, the interactive shelf. I'll pull up 20 and then I'll pull up 1.
Okay.
So it's too much. So here is number 1.
Yep.
1. It looks it's tiny, and then here's 20.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, it's nuts. Here, let me put them side by side. There's a full reveal. All right, so same bird.
Does the head and beak stay in place,
or
that alternates a little bit? Little changes.
There'll probably be changes, but
small mods. Okay.
yeah, but in general, they're the same. We'll see how it unfolds. So we've had the conversation of being regular, which always brings my mind to the toilet.
Yeah.
Staying regular in terms of your fiber. But I think as artists, we need something to keep us moving and motivated on a daily basis, if possible, because if not, then it's our craft, right? It's what we do. And if we get rusty, then everything rusts. So this is my thing that gets me doing. I was doing daily drawings too, and I kind of stopped that But I don't feel bad because I
You have
I
another
don't want to
project.
hold I don't want to hold on to things just for the sake of holding on to them, because I've done
Mm,
that in the past where I carry a project out for too long and grudge through it just for the sake of not giving it up.
okay.
So I don't feel bad about giving that up. I might come back to it, but I don't want to instead, be too married to any one thing.
I get it.
But there's a balance, right? Because you can't give up everything. So,
Oh,
but I think this bird thing I'm going to carry on to the end. I have to,
okay.
because there's
Does Finch Flight have a completion date? Do you have a completion date
um
in mind for it?
it'll be one a day. So whenever 130 days from
Your start.
21 days ago is,
Okay.
and so
Okay.
that's when that'll be. But that's not when the whole project will be done,
No,
because
no,
I need to
that's
do
the
other
completion
things.
of the actual cutouts.
Yes,
Okay.
right. And I post one a day on Instagram,
With the
or
exception of the other one, you posted like 4
I
or
posted
something.
5 a
Oh
day.
yeah.
I was like, but also with social media, it's always overpost.
Yeah.
I've realized that over time they're getting less and less likes because people are like, enough with the damn birds, and that's fine. They should be like that, right? It's like another bird, another bird.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. His wings are going up. I get it.
Yeah.
But another thing along the lines of not being married to a project, not being too caught up in what other people think too.
I think I like it. Because it definitely shows that you are uh that there's some activity happening to this artist account, right? So your Instagram or your social media page, I think you've attracted a certain amount of followers based on the fact that you're an artist. And so at some point you should show that you're doing artwork. And so this
Yes,
this
it's true.
helps you. This helps you remind your followers that yeah, I am indeed an artist and I am a practicing artist. You know.
And there was definitely a point where I was not showing work for long periods of time, which was fine. This is my life. Here I
Yeah.
am, here and there and stuff. But if they're there for a reason, like you said, and I haven't differentiated into artist account and personal account, just because it's a lot to maintain. Uh,
Yes.
so I've integrated the two. So now you will always see birds. So if you want to see the birds, go to Instagram, blah, 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 at Ojeda's Bodega, OJEDASBODEGA, which I regularly want to change my name, but I don't know to what.
No, why? Why?
And then I talk to you and you're like, no, why would you do that? And I'm
I
like,
love that, man.
just,
I can't wait till we start renting out spaces, vacant spaces, and put your awning out in front of it, and then do like you did during your masters.
that was the dream. And that's where it came from. But I don't know if that's a dream anymore, right? Or
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's not very difficult. I mean, we go into a vacant space. We call up the landlord. Hey, you're not doing anything with your space. We'll give you $200 for the night. You let us turn it into a pop-up shop. Boom.
I'm not saying it's not there. I just don't know if that's
Who you are?
who I am right now.
Mm.
But I keep the name because it has my name in it and it rhymes and that's catchy. And that's most of it. And I'm not right. It's a bodega of ideas and concepts, but I can come back around, right? I haven't given it up entirely. It's just I'm not actively practicing the bodega. Like Guillermo del Toro is active. Is it Guillermo something?
Well, monsters. Are you gonna
Yeah,
talk
the
monsters?
monsters. The monsters. All right. That was me.
I think we've approached that time, brother.
Yeah, I think we should wrap up soon. This is not bad. We haven't done well. Please give us your feedback now that you can make comments and stuff. And we are going to look into other technology, possibly hack into Facebook Live, their feed. That would be ideal.
Yeah, we want to go live with everybody. I mean, that's the goal. We still want that crowd participation, because our show is just not the same without the audience.
Or the dream of an audience.
Well, with Pablo.
And Pablo. Pablo is our best fan.
He probably logged on to Blab today and was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, sorry, Pablo. We'll work on this. We're gonna work on it. And thanks for watching. If you watched, I bet more people are gonna watch this than have ever before. Although, look, 0 viewer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we reached that point yet, but we're gonna get there.
I'm glad that you have optimism. I'm almost considering that we're just bad at this. But you know what? I enjoy our time together.
I do too, brother.
This has been great.
All right, everyone. Take care. Until next week.
Until next week, have a good week. Bye.
Later.
Stop.